Ride back your horse to your seat, Dave Lou. That picture.
I read online, tell me if this is true or not,
Yes.
that there's Crazy Rich Asians, the musical, going to Broadway?
Yes, we're working on that currently, and it's very exciting. And I can't say too much about it, but it's going to be really fun. It's everything you would hope for in a big Broadway musical, and with the characters that we love. So it's not the book, and it's not the movie. It's somewhere in its own new thing, but it is all those characters and all those stories. So I'm really excited.
I think I enjoy doing it because I don't have to have a filter. The point of it is to be vulnerable and let yourself go. And I, wouldn't necessarily speak that way if it wasn't in that forum. But it's new. I'm just finding out about it. So.
This is an OS shoot, and what am I looking forward to the most?
I've been singing with her for the last sort of year and a half, 2 years, so it's always really lovely when we get together to sing and make music, and it was just a huge honor to be able to do that with her, because it was her night and she was performing, and she made a little space for us to get together and do some music, which is lovely, yeah. Yeah, it's been interesting. I think I get to see it from a different viewpoint because as a now I have my own production company. I get to start like creating pieces that aren't necessarily on the airways, and hopefully making some room for other actors to work and take on creative projects. And I know that it's painful for a lot of actors who don't get to be in work right now, but I do think things are swings and roundabouts, and it will come around again, and we will all get the chance to do the things that we want to do. But also, as someone who has been singing her whole life, I started when I was like 15 or odd, and I would find things to do. It's tough to do, and it's hard work, but there is a way to keep staying creative. Don't allow the industry to tell you when you cannot be creative. There is always a way to make work for yourself, and to put yourself out there and to share the gift that you have. And it might be hard, but it shouldn't be any less joyless. It should be joyous, full of joy, and I think the more we keep trying to create for ourselves, the better. Yeah.
So I think we're going to get there very soon.
Because it's something that is not really recognized as much in the AAPI community, and I think that we need to tell more stories about it in order to really have other generations understand that this is a real issue, and it is something resolvable, but it can't be ignored, and it can't be sort of tossed off as like, oh, it's just stress. It's a real thing, and I think once we bring that attention to, even my family and other families and other generations, it will be hopefully something that can prevent suicide and other unfortunate and being unhoused, things like that. People need medication, they need care, they need therapy, they need to be heard.
How do I say, very hard. Everything in this industry has been extremely hard over the past couple of years. We came off COVID, they went to a strike. It's been a tough time. I feel like as long as I can remember, I've been getting phone calls saying the market's really tough right now, and it's really tough, and I'm just waiting for the day someone calls me to say the market is great today. We're waiting for it. And I think, as hard as the market is, it just becomes that much harder when it comes to underrepresented voices, right? So the work is twice as hard, but we keep doing it, we keep hustling.
I mean, for me, the personal has always been political. It's just the way that I was raised in the community I was raised in. And my earliest memories of writing were because of the sixth genocide that my community experienced in 1984. And so for me, I mean, it's not even an option, just it is the right thing, and I just have to say it.
Yeah, it's a kimono material.
You guys want to talk to her?
think it's down the way. From Rich Crazy Asians?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, you know, like, it's
No problem. 1 second. No worries. Thank you.